And only quarterbacks potentially could have anything other than just a regular career arc. None of these other players, offense, defense, doesn't matter. They don't have 2 career arcs. Oh, they're back. Oh, they're back. No. Once you crest the hill, you're going down. Armstead had like 16 pressures this year. Greenlaw is probably my favorite guy on this list. He played 8 games, and he played in 58% of the snaps, and he had 4 injuries that were all groin, quad, hammy. I mean, it's like, no. And Hargrave is even less effective this year than he was in his last year with the Niners, which isn't very effective. And Debo did some okay things for Washington, but if he was so damn good, they would have kept him. He'd be there. No sentimentalities. No to all these guys. I love them all. They're all great Niners. No, and no.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, unless Debo Samuel got younger and faster, it's not happening. And I love Debo. I said this last week. I think we brought this topic up last week, and it's going to come up a lot during the offseason because now you got Kittle hinting on it. Like, oh, my God, we got Debo. And they partied together over the week last week. Look, man, I love Debo, but we can't be bringing these players back. We can't. We need to get younger. Steve Young laid the blueprint out this week on Rich Eisen's show. He says, look, get younger, get some stars. Do you remember when Eddie DeBartolo was running this team and Bill Walsh, those guys? You can have a star season, but if they feel like you're getting close to being done, your prime's over, he gone, get out of here. And then they bring up the next talent. That's what you need to do. Be aggressive. It's fun. It's great to have these, friendships, but friendships don't win championships. But I could 100% see them bringing Debo back because you know what they did? They brought Trent Taylor back, and that's George Kittle's best friend. If you're in the circle, if you're in the inner circle, if you're part of the Cabo clique or whatever you want to call it, you got a chance to come back. Like, hell, even Jimmy Garoppolo has a chance to come back this offseason. I'm just saying, like, there's a chance that all these people we need a quarterback if they trade Mac Jones. Don't be surprised if they bring back Jimmy Garoppolo, Larry.
Oh my God! Say that ain't.
I'm just saying they brought back Trent Taylor, they brought back Kendrick Bourne, they brought back everybody. Although I love Kendrick Bourne, but I'm saying the 49ers are like they'll bring you back if they love you.
I hear you.
I'm not saying I want it. I'm just saying I could see it happening.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
It's a circle. It's the circle,
and I can feel it coming. I can feel it coming because Shanahan does like his buddies.
He does.
Well, there's one other, and this is. You think that's some of these things have been fire? Listen to this one. This is pure fire, and I think you know where I'm going.
Let's see.
This is fire.
Fire.
And the question is, do we agree with him or do we not?
Can you imagine they bring him back? Oh yeah, I love this guy.
Here we go.
This guy is something else, dude.
Dante Whitner. Here we go.
People achieve success without merit.
By the way, he's ripping on Raheem Morris.
I know. I saw
Raheem Morris. This is pretty direct here. Here it is.
People achieve success without merit. I truly believe that the 49ers will be looking for their next defensive coordinator, mainly because they hired based on friendship and they went with the safe bet here. Now you say he might have earned it, Whitner. He might have earned it. His track record as a defensive back coach in Washington, 30th ranked pass defense, 26, 28, 24. He goes and get nepotized again in Atlanta with his college coach, Dan Quinn. 250 plus yards given up, 19th ranked. Then Dan Quinn gets fired and you assume the role bottom ranked in defense again that year. 2021 comes. McVay makes a call and gives him the responsibility of taking on Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey in the #1 defense in 2021. None of it was earned. None of it was merit. Now you're the 15th, 16th, 17th ranked defense in the league with the same players. And the only reason you win the Super Bowl is because you had an all-world offense that year. So then you go to Atlanta, 23rd in points in 2024, 23rd in yards, 22nd in pass defense, 31st in sacks, 2025, 19th in points, 15th in total yards. How does this make the San Francisco 49ers better? People.
Wow. I mean, he backed it up with some facts there, Larry.
I mean, he's kind of saying what I was saying, which was, you know what? These hires go beyond the stats. People were trying to use stats to give paint a picture that Gus Bradley was horseshit. And it was like, look at what his past defenses were ranked with the Raiders and the Colts and the Chargers. Okay, but we don't even remember or know who was on those teams. And it's like, yeah, okay, I get it. I hear what you're saying. But at the same time, it's like, you tell me Raheem Morris, who won 2 Super Bowls and led 2, that he didn't do anything in those 2 Super Bowls. It's also about Kyle's comfort. It's also about the fact that I think the Niners, if they went with a Schwartz, he wants to predominantly play man. They probably have to switch out a lot of their personnel. They don't want to switch out their personnel on the back end. They want to stay with the cover 3, cover 4 heavy zone principles. Then I think they also wanted to keep Johnny Holland. I think they also wanted to keep Chris Kasarik. I think they wanted to introduce more 5-man fronts. Raheem Morris will do all of those things. He checks all of those boxes. You want to play zone? Boom, we're playing zone. You want to keep Johnny Holland? Boom, we're keeping Johnny Holland. Hey, you want to keep Chris Kasarik? Fine, we're keeping Chris Kasarik. Hey, you want to stay with your wide 9-4-3 and occasionally intersperse some 5-man fronts? Boom, I'll do that for you. I think and then you get along with Kyle, you're buddies with Kyle. I think that's part of it as well. Mm-hmm. So, and I think he's also a good developer of young talent, and I think he's got a pretty good eye for talent, and I think they need to pick talent. So I think all these factors go in. And I don't know. It's too easy to just be like 24th nepotism, buddy picked him.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You're totally signing off Raheem Morris's entire career.
Yeah.
And that's probably going a little too far. I love Whitner, and he cites a lot of, he's citing the truth. It's not like I wouldn't debate him on any of the facts that he presented there. All I would say is a good coordinator could go beyond those numbers. What I said was that he's not Buddy Ryan. You're not going to bring this guy anywhere, and then all of a sudden you got the top 5 defense in the league. The numbers don't back that up. I've been using Cash App for a while now. It's just an easy way to send money, keep track of spending, and use a card that actually fits how I pay for things day to day. And they just launched something new I think is worth knowing about. Cash App just released a new status program for the way people actually spend called Cash App Green. It unlocks new ways for you to pay, get rewarded, and easily grow or manage your money on your terms. Now, when you spend at least $500 a month with Cash App, with the Cash App card or Cash App Pay, you earn green status, which unlocks benefits like up to $200 of free overdraft coverage, higher borrow limits, and custom personalized cashback offers every Friday at places you love to shop. Turn everyday spending into status with Cash App Green. Download Cash App today or visit Cash App/new to learn more about this and get great features launching now. For a limited time, new Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use the code CashApp10 in their profile at sign up, and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Cash App Green, overdraft coverage, borrow cashback offers and promotions provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit Cash App/legal/podcast for full disclosures.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be like the most elite defense in the world. I hope it is, but I think he's going to be a guy that's going to come in and, bring familiarity in the defense. He could be a little versatile. Maybe you change it up a little bit. And I think Kyle has a good, relationship with him. And it's, again, you're losing a really good person that you trusted so much in Robert Saleh. So it's like they need to bring in a guy that Kyle feels comfortable and can say, hey, look, guys, I trust him. You guys need to trust him. So I think that was a big part of it. I think the defense could be good. He's good at evaluating talent. But yeah, man, Whitner, he ripped him, man. That was crazy. I think the defense is going to be good. Will it be, it really comes down to what talent they can get, because at the end of the day, your defense is not going to be good if you don't have any talent anyway. So if you can get somebody to help Bosa, and some secondary players, I think he could still be, better. So I like Raheem. I don't think it was like a horrible signing. I do wish that they could have waited a few more days and maybe get Schwartz, I think that would have been the top choice, right? But then again, as you mentioned, if they did get Schwartz, it would have been a complete change. They would have had a clean house with, personnel and coaches around him. So as good as we love, like a lot of people think Schwartz would have been a huge change. And I don't know, sometimes that much change could rock the boat. And I think Kyle doesn't want to rock the boat too much. We'll see. They've had 5 different coordinators, D'Amico, Saleh, they've had Nick Sorensen,
Wilkes.
Wilkes, and now Raheem. So it's tough, man. At the end of the day, I really hope Raheem hits. And if he stays for 2 years and then he gets a head coaching job, he gets a compensatory pick. So I think that's another part of it. Kyle likes his buddies, and you got the diversity, and he knows how the system works. But
Maybe he can bring James Pierce with him. Oh,
yeah.
maybe not.
No, maybe he can convince Kyle Pitts to come sign with the Niners.
Yeah, that would be nice. The 2 guys that, if you said to me, give me 2 names that I think could follow Raheem Morris to San Francisco, I give you 2 names. Kobe Durant, who he had a big impact on Kobe Durant's career in LA. He's a free agent corner. I could definitely see him coming here.
I don't know, because he did comment under a post when
what did he say?
When Raheem got signed. I remember the post. He was like, it was kind of like, he was like, oh wow. It was kind of like,
suppose
good.
In the interviews that I've seen has cited Raheem Morris as the guy who helped him turn his career around. So I don't know.
Maybe it wasn't. A lot of people took it as like, oh my God, bad. But then maybe they read the room wrong, because he did delete it and then he changed the comment later. So
okay. Well, maybe you're right. Somebody said Jesse Bates the third. He's a free agent, or he was a free agent that signed with Atlanta. He's not a free agent now. The other guy I would say is Arnold Ebiketie, who's a defensive end who played at Penn State, who's a young player who's going to be relatively cheap. And then the Niners are looking to fill that defensive tackle role, but they don't feel there's somebody in the draft that could be a pass rusher next to Collins and West. David Onyemata would be a very nice pickup. He was in New Orleans originally, then he followed Raheem to Atlanta, and he was in Atlanta this year. He's a pretty good pass rusher, and he's not that old. He would be a nice piece up front for sure for the 49ers.